we got our final piece of discussion here that's related to some big Miles Morales news. So Sam Raimi and the director of some other film, Don't Something, I can't remember what it's called. Let me see. What is this? Don't
Look up.
I don't know. Anyways, Sam Raimi revealed he's had multiple discussions about directing a Spider-Man Miles Morales film. The director of the other film is like, oh yeah, I've talked to Sam Raimi and we've talked with people. So
this is in the early stages of development. They've been talking. So a lot of the rumors and stuff stating that they are Marvel and Sony, for better or for worse, are looking to have Miles into the live action sequence after Peter. It's okay, but I'm like really worried on how they would want to, because of how Marvel and Sony have been clashing on what to do and how to do things.
Right.
It's like Marvel's all, yeah, we're working together, and then you have Sony Pictures over here saying, yeah, this is our idea, right, Marvel, White Feige, we're going to be doing this with the characters. Yeah, no,
so
we're not.
I just checked, and yeah, it's the director of Don't Move, which is a film that Sam Raimi's like tangentially related to and doing stuff with. So the thing with the Miles Morales thing is, this comes at us just a couple of days after Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige was being interviewed, and he was like, so, Miles Morales, we're hoping to see him in the MCU after Secret Wars, and it's like, could they get Sam Raimi to do an MCU Miles Morales film? That would be pretty wild, honestly.
I'll be honest, I hate that idea.
I like Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi's one of my top 5 directors of all time.
Great director. I'm not too much giving an old white boy.
That's
old white man. He's a fully grown man.
Yeah.
This boy is a nerd. He was a nerd in like Stan Lee, Peter Parker.
Yeah, I feel like you need to get a Hispanic director or somebody that's gonna get it, you know?
Having Sam Raimi, I don't want to have a rehash of the early 2000s Spider-Man with Miles and trying to fit that into the greater picture of going after the Secret Wars. So.
Also, do you guys remember what happened last time? A bunch of white people made something Miles Morales. They got the flag wrong in his apartment with Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales by Insomniac.
Instead of the Puerto Rican flag, it was the Cuban flag.
Yup. Like, you need representation in this. I know comments are going to be like, oh, you guys are just talking about not being woke. It's like, that's the point. Like, you need it. Like, somebody that understands the culture, you know, like that's
you need important to understand like the culture and to have the balance of checks to what a character would potentially do in this certain situation, instead of having like an HR vibe feel to where everything's sanitized and safe to where you can't like say or do certain things that normal people in that situation would actually do.
Yeah.
So it's just that's what I hope anyway, because this is a good time coming. Because
is it a good time coming? Well, no, Sony's gonna have
it's for the character, because out of every Spider-Man variant, most of them don't last even 5 to 10 years.
I mean, it's true. Yeah.
And Miles is the one that lasted after the things like close to 12 years, and he jumped from the comics to the video games and has a successful line of movies.
Right.
I just don't want Sony to handle his first appearance in live action.
Same.
I can't take that. I know Sony does the Spider-Verse, but that's Sony Animation. It's not Studios.
Yeah.
The moment you get into the moment you get into Pascal Pictures, you should be a little worried. You know, it's.
I just want Miles to be done right. I don't want him. No. Like, do I think a Sam Raimi Miles Morales movie can pop off? Yes. Do I think it would be the best thing you could ever do? No. And I honestly think, like, if you're gonna have, like, let's say hypothetically, what if Sam Raimi directs the film and it's technically like it's your Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4, and that's where Miles Morales is from that universe? They could technically kill off Peter. He's the only Spider-Man there, and then at the end of Secret Wars,
he gets pulled in. Now he's in the MCU as a refugee, like in the Ultimate Comics. I think that could be a good angle on it.
And just like that, I mean, you heard a bunch of millions of Toby fans screaming out in horror that you just ended their favorite character.
Yeah, I mean, but the self-sacrifice would be like, what a better way for a character to go out, It's
but the end result is, why did you have to do that to my Spider-Man?
As always.
Doesn't even have to be the Raimi one. Just do a Raimi version, but a different one.
Right? Yeah, just a variant of Raimi's. Yeah. Just Tobey Maguire plays him. I mean,
that way you can have Tobey Maguire do the whole Sinister Six scene from the Ultimates, from the 1610, and do it.
Yeah.
I just want that. That's got to be the opening of the movie. If you do it, that has to be the opening.
Honestly, I kind of agree with that. It'll be interesting to see how they actually try to balance this and handle it, because the potential for a Miles Morales movie is all there. And again, this Halloween, I was like, I'm gonna do another count of all the kids that walk up to my house to get candy. What Spider-Man are they?
We just sit there one as that clicker counters,
pretty much, yeah. In my head, I was like 1, 2. So I'm like, I counted more than a dozen kids, all under the age of 15. Every single one was Miles Morales. Not a single one was Peter Parker. No, we're talking this is their Spider-Man.
Propelling the Great Replacement theory.
He's
Peter's going.
Hold on, let me bring up the Alex Jones song. Hold up.
And then even where people are saying, well, what could they do with him? He's like, they're just gonna rehash potential Peter villains, and then it's like, well, have you been reading his recent run, which is his best run so far, with Cody Ziegler, who does write for Marvel Studios, and he's writing Miles's book currently, and he's been trying to fill out his rogues gallery, which is pretty good. You want someone who's really just street crime. You got the Bumbler, which is actually pretty funny. He's a pretty funny and endearing villain.
That's a Stan Lee name if I've ever heard.
Yeah, it is.
He's a funny a B themed villain. Then you got Crossfaro, and one of the major ones is Rabble, which is his version of the Green Goblin, which she has her own vendetta, which is not very sane at all, where she blames him for everything. So.
Exactly. And you also have the obvious choice for the main villain along with one of the other ones, and that's literally the Prowler. When he finds out Uncle Aaron is this big villain, the story and heartbeats there, just like the Miles Morales video game, would be tremendous. I really hope that what they do with this film is take their time, don't rush it, just do it right, and give us the Miles we deserve. Because if the movie comes out and it's under a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes, that thing is not going to make the money you need to justify a sequel, and you've kneecapped Miles Morales for the rest of eternity. Because
I don't know.
I think I could see the argument being, it's because he's a black Spider-Man. That's why it didn't work.
I mean, you got that with any character in movies at the minute, right?
It literally happened with Insomniac's video game. They're like, the game sold less. It's because nobody wants a black Spider-Man. I'm like, it's because it's a spin-off game, smaller scale, and it launched on PS5.
He also didn't announce it or market it that well.
Yeah, that was terrible marketing. Yeah. So, I don't know. We're excited.
Because I am. The only thing missing now is an animated series. This is what people would.
Yeah.
Especially,
I think the problem with that is people expect the Spider-Verse style animation, and that was going to cost a lot.
And God knows we don't want friendly neighborhood Spider-Man animation, because that looks bad. Holy crap!
And then even with them, people are like, "Well, what run would you go?" And it's like, well, you can either go a fusion of early Bendis with current Cody Ziegler run, which would be the best option, because you have a mixture of some old stuff from 1610 Marvel with what Cody has going on in the 616, where there's a bunch of new villains and new characters that Miles interacts with. And you get a little fusion of what Miles was before and currently, where he is a little tech savvy, but he's more artistically inclined with how the movie portrays him.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I want a Miles movie that's just all Bendis speak.
Oh, you don't want that.
Mitch,
you don't want that.
don't wish
I
that
don't
into
even say that.
existence.
I'm not even joking. I genuinely want that.
Why are you wishing curses into the world?
I miss Bendis speak. Especially Miles Bendis speak.
Where he's just talking most of the issue.
I can't do it.
Like, there's that one panel of, I think it was Miles and his dad sitting on like a park bench.
Yeah.
And it's just like so much
pain. Yeah, much. It's like a novel.
The only reason I remember it is because they sit on the park bench and you see, I think it's Iceman and the Human Torch fly by.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yep. Yeah, just bench. Like cameo.
Like 2 or 3. It was one of the real early.
Yeah.
It really was.
Sitting at the bench, and like you said, it's just a long thing of text you have to read.
Like they're just at the bottom, and the whole page is white, and then you got the text going down both sides.
And that's what Bennett speak is that
one of the best Miles scenes.
Yeah, that was very early on too, wasn't it?
Like,
it was like issue 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just really weird with Bennett speak to where it has to have action, but it's like 1 or 2 pages, and then it's just them talking for the most part. So
the man likes to write dialogue. What can we say? You know.
He's good at it as well. No,
he is. So there we go, everybody. That's it for a little bit of a Miles Morales Spider-Man movie talk, which has brought us to the end of the show. Well, everybody, thank you for watching that video. And as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. Check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen. And also, if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.